Steady B, bring the beat back. Well, like I said, we weren't playing that record just because it's a good record. We are also playing it because we have someone who can tell a lot about this record. Grand Dragon KD, the DJ of Steady B, is on the phone. Good evening.
Yo. What's happening, dog? How you?
We're doing fine, thank you. Steady B, Grand Dragon KD.
Yeah.
What was that time like? Because you actually made two 12 inches before you made an LP, and they didn't appear on the LP.
Right. That was a lovely time. That was when hip-hop was real hip-hop. We had, guys like Eric B. and Rakim. You had KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions. You had some real cats. Big Daddy Kane. You had some real guys that was doing their thing. And we were a part of that movement.
So could you define what you relate to as being real hip-hop?
All right. We had the raw. We had the raw material. We had the raw sound, the grassroots sound, the grassroots feel of hip-hop music. It was relatively new to most people. There was guys like from our city with Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince, Schoolie D, MC Breeze. These dudes were part of that movement. And we got in and we made noise. We ripped it.
So I take it when you say Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, this was, right after the era of, let's say, Cash Money and Marvelous.
No, we were all out around the same time. We were doing our thing around the same time. Steady and I, we started in 85. 85, he dropped a record where he dissed LL Cool J, who was real hot at the time. Mm-hmm. That was the I Take Your Radio song.
Yeah.
At that time, I wasn't with him. I didn't hook up with him until after that was released. So right after that, we come back with Just Call Us Deaf, Fly Shantae, and right after that was Bring the Beat Back. And we did our thing.
So sorry to interrupt you, but taking it back to I Can't Live Without My Radio and Took My Radio, was there a beef between you guys and LL?
No, actually, we didn't even know LL, but we at Pop Art, we had already put out Shantae. He had a diss record to UTFO, so she did the first that was really the first diss record on Wax. Her song to UTFO, Roxanne. Mm-hmm. And we came right back out after her with the diss to LL's radio. And we stirred up some we stirred up the industry with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that was all yeah?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I mean,
we had Shantae. We brought out Biz. We brought out Craig G. We had Salt and Pepper. Before they were Salt and Pepper, they were called Supernature. And these people that and Shane. We put Shan on the map with The Bridge. That was us. Pop Art Records.
Cool.
Yeah.
So right after you starting out in 1985, you went overseas just a year later to rock the United Kingdom.
Exactly. Yeah. That year, that's the year that Jazzy Jeff won the DMC. I was supposed to go to the DMC myself, but we went to the UK, did a tour over there, UK Fresh 86. We had Shantae didn't go. It was us, Soul Sonic Force, Captain Rock, Mantronic, a whole bunch of acts of Cheese and Word of Mouth, and we ripped it over there. We had a lovely time.
Yeah, I can imagine, because that still went down in history as the hip-hop Woodstock. What was the event like?
Man, it was unimaginable. It was like a dream. Like, as Michael Jackson was here in the States, the response that he had gotten from the people, that's how we were over there. It was like a dream. It was like brand new to them, and they received us lovely. And that's the first year that's the first time I met Grandmaster Flash, and that was he gave me a compliment, the biggest compliment I ever had from anybody. He told me, "Yo, man, what you doing? You are a scientist of that. Keep it up." I haven't come down yet from that compliment.
No, I can imagine. Certainly, the comment on itself is uplifting, but, having it come from that person.
Yeah, he was one of the few cats that I was inspired by.
Yeah, I can imagine. He was, of course, in the early days, I think the biggest, or one of the biggest DJs out there.
Yeah, he was the guy. He was the main man for like hip hop scratch DJs. But Philadelphia took that whole DJ thing to another level. We are the mecca of hip hop scratch DJs.
I agree.
We got myself, Jazzy Jeff, Cash Money, DJ Miz, Cosmic Kev. We got some real good DJs, and we still doing it. We old dudes, but we still doing it.
Yeah. So,
still doing it.
You already said that UK was new to the phenomenon of hip hop, but it was well received. What do you think made that happen? Because it was relatively new in Europe back in those days.
Yeah. It was just like it had hit us here in the States. It was like a phenomenon. It's like, all right, this is something new. This is like, we never heard this stuff before, and it's clicking. It was just like overwhelming for people to see people receive this like they did. The same kind of deal that it was here in the States.
So I take it that it was kind of a culture shock for Europeans to have something as fresh and new as hip hop, and certainly in such a big scale.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
So,
and like I said, the response that we had gotten when we got there, it was as if we were with Michael Jackson here in the States.
Wow. Yeah. Too bad I missed out on that. But carrying on, after England, what happened to you guys?
We had some creative differences that made us, go our separate ways. He went on, picked up another DJ. Yeah, probably know him as Tat Money. Mm-hmm. And they did their thing. They continued, I guess, for a few years after I had left the camp. Mm-hmm. I left the camp. I was with another group called Crush Nation. It was myself, Snooze, a rapper, and another rapper, Jazz Fresh, who battled Big Daddy Kane in 1988.
Wow.
And that was big. Yeah. His name is Jazz Fresh. Mm-hmm. And he's still doing his thing, too.
Cool. Well, a good thing that Steady B and your joint journey ended, because Steady B went on to do some other things about 5 years later.
Yeah, they put together the Hilltop Hustler Camp, which included Cool C and 3 Times Dope. And from that camp also sprung the Youngsters. I don't know if you're familiar with the Youngsters, but they were hot too.
Mm-hmm.
And my man Mentally Gifted, who produced and wrote most of the Youngsters' first album, Pass the Mic and Cruise Pop, those songs from their first album.
Cool. So what are you doing nowadays, Grand Dragon?
Well, I have my own show. It's called the KD Bring the Beat Back Show.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the internet, radio, evolveradio247.com. I'm on on Fridays from 10 to 2, and we do our thing. And I'm still active. I've just recently come back to the whole realm of hip hop, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's to me you don't get to feel what you used to feel like back in the day, and people want to feel that.
Mm-hmm.
And I came to bring it to the game.
Good. Very good. Because for the most part, and certainly when it comes to the popular end of the spectrum, we have drifted very far from the original idea of hip-hop.
Yeah, you got that right. And I'm here to bring it back. I'm here to put the life support back on hip-hop, real hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious business.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Exactly. Once again, where can you be found on Friday evenings?
Okay, that's Evolve Radio, www.evolveradio247.com, and that's from 10 to 2. That's a 24-hour music station. We got all kinds of music, all genres, and a whole bunch of different shows. So we just recently we recently started this. It's been about a year that we've been doing this, but you need to check it out. It's hot.
We definitely will. Grand Wizard. Now I'm saying it again. Grand Dragon KD, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. And we're going to leave you with 2 songs that you're familiar with. The latter is Captain Jam, I Can't Stand You, and we're going to leave you off with Steady B, Just Call Us Deaf. Grand Dragon KD?
Right.
Keep up the good work.
All right, I will, and I thanks a lot. I appreciate you, and I'm responsible for the deaf and the dope cuts and scratches on those records.
Exactly, and we're going to listen to them.